So these are the 6 books I read in July, ranking from worst to best. Worst, unfortunately, I have to give that to June Baby by Shannon Garvey. This is a debut novel. I loved the environment of it and how it's set in Block Island, which is set in Rhode Island. Perfect summer vibes. I didn't like the FMC. I felt like she was so immature, and instead of like handling it in a way that is meant to grow her and make her go through hardships so that she can overcome it, she ends up kind of just being stunted, and I just thought she was making terrible choices for the sake of getting over her grief. Unfortunately, I do not recommend this. Next is Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune. Again, another one where it's like perfect summer vibes. I just didn't like Frankie. There's too many references to whales in this book, and I just felt like she did not grow enough for my liking. And I honestly think that George deserves so much better than Frankie. I gave it 3.5. And I forget that I said June Baby. I gave it a 2 stars. Next is I finally picked up The Witch Collector by Teresa Weeks. This is a fantasy romance. I felt like it was insta-love, and the characters just read so one-dimensional. I did like the revelations we got for the Melman character. I did like the fact that there was disability representation because she's mute and she uses sign language to communicate with people. And I was very predictable, very formulaic, and I'm just not having fun time with fantasy romance right now. I picked up Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It. The first half, I was so mad at Phoebe. I thought she was very immature, and granted, it was because she was going through like intimacy issues ever since she was a kid. She's going to therapy to try to get over it. She just read very teenager in the first half of the book. Every single time she had a crush on a guy, she would just like say that he's the one the whole entire time, and I'm just like, girl, you don't even know this dude, so calm down. I did really like the second half. I love the person that she did end up with, and I loved the friend group so much. The thing that I had a problem with the romance is that I just felt like it was kind of chosen for her rather than her choosing it, so it was 3.75. And then second to last, I did pick up The Scholar and the Last Fairy Door. This is by H.G. Perry. It's very historical fantasy, dark academy. Clover kind of represents like the lower class where she lives on a farm. She was able to learn how to do magic despite not never ever growing up with magic. Everyone has a possibility of being able to do magic. It's just like you have to study it and work really hard on it, but the reason why a lot more people are not doing magic is because it's so gatekept to the elites. I loved Clover's character. I did get a little upset at her at points for not making decisions quicker. I did like reading about the whole entire academic part of when they were in school and how they studied fairy curses. Highly recommend, especially since we're going into fall. Then I ended up giving it a 4.5. And then the last book I picked up was Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I absolutely love this book. Laini Taylor has such beautiful lyrical prose in her writing. It's very fairy tale like, and I loved the character of Laszlo. He's a softer MMC, and I love the subplot of romance and how rich this whole entire world is. I absolutely recommend this book, and I will go into Muse of Nightmares soon. I can't wait to see what I think of the whole entire duology, and I ended up giving this a 4.5 stars. What did you read in July?